Hello everybody and welcome to the show. Today we're making Chipotle Chicken. That's right, Chipotle Chicken recipe. We've got a half an onion chopped up. We're going to put all this in the blender. It's such an easy dish. We've got some oregano, some cumin, and some chili powder. All the amounts will be in the description below. We've got some salt and fresh ground black pepper. And we have some olive oil, as well as some chipotles in adobo sauce. I just use the sauce if it's a 7-ounce can, but you can also put in some of the actual peppers because we're gonna blend them up anyway. And then some garlic. You can either chop up some fresh cloves yourself or just use the squeeze version like I do here. And some water. Again, all the ingredients and amounts will be in the description below. So that's it. We put it all together. This is so simple in a blender, and we just mix it. We blend it on like a medium to medium low for about a minute or two until you get this consistency, and that's it. It's so simple. That's kind of what we're looking for there. And then that's our marinade. So we take our chicken thighs. This is 2 pounds of chicken thighs. It came out to be 7 chicken thighs. And this is a good amount of marinade for this amount of chicken. It worked out perfect. And we're just going to stick them in a gallon Ziploc bag, pour in the marinade, just like so. Very, very easy. And then we're just going to get that air out of that bag. Does not have to be perfect. Get the air out of the bag, zip it up, mix it together a little bit. Just like that. Those chicken thighs are, they're a little balled up, so you want to kind of squeeze them and get all that juice everywhere. And that's it. Fold it flat, just like so. And we're going to stick it in the fridge for at least 8 hours. I did this overnight. And that's it. Next day, I let those chicken thighs sit out on a baking sheet for about a half an hour to get to kind of like a room temperature. And then we are going to heat up our griddle to a medium high. Okay, that's a medium high. I put down some oil to get that griddle prepped up. And you can see I spread it out very evenly. Take a little bit of time here to do this. It's not that much oil. And that's it. I don't put any more oil on for the rest of the cook. So get it nice and spread out, prepped up. And then once we get that temperature up, we are actually going to cook some fajita seasonings, which they offer at Chipotle as well, which is basically peppers and onions. That's actually 1/2 of a Vidalia onion and 2 small green peppers and 1 regular sized red pepper, bell peppers. And then I use this fajita seasoning along with that salt and pepper. And I just put that on pretty liberally because these veggies, they take quite a bit of seasoning. And same thing, like I said, medium-high heat. You really want to char these up. You do not want these to get all limp and soggy. It's more of a char on the outside, just so they keep their integrity. But I love this topping option at Chipotle's. We go to Chipotle at least twice a month, sometimes more, because it's so user-friendly, the service is great, the food is great, and the price is great too. So very convenient. All right, there we go. So there's our chicken. We're going to cook these at the same time. And you want to make sure you have the griddle hot. When I say hot, like medium high, and you can hear that sizzle. That's what you want to hear. Because the goal here is to get those pretty much blackened. That marinade is going to turn a really dark color anyway because it has sugars in it, which that's what we're looking for, and that's going to give it amazing flavor. So we're going to put these chicken thighs down. We're going to cook these about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And the goal, like I said, blackened on the outside, minimum 165 on the inside. That is the absolute minimum for safe chicken. I add some salt and pepper here as well. just because the marinade, marinade's great, but I want to salt it up a little bit as well. We check on our fajita topping, and you don't really need to mess with these too much. You just kind of like to check them every once in a while. You can see already they're starting to get that black char on the outside, what you're looking for. So kind of move them around, spread them around, keep your cooking station nice and organized. And then here's another angle so you can see that chicken. All right, first flip, you can see that dark brown is already kicking in, and that is where you're going to get tons of flavor. You can see the sizzle. Griddle's pretty hot. Temperature-wise, I'd say it's at least 400 degrees, probably closer to 425. And that's kind of what we're looking for. Again, with the chicken, you don't really want to mess with them too much. Just kind of get them to where you want them situated on the griddle, and leave them alone. Don't keep flipping them every 5 seconds. Otherwise, you're not going to get that dark-looking char. So I saw that the two on the outside were starting to get a little cooked quicker than the inside, so I kind of just flipped them around a little bit. And that's it. We leave those alone. We'll go back and mess with our veggies here, just to kind of see where they are at. And char is starting to come through. Kind of hard to see from that angle, but definitely getting some char. Again, we don't want to overcook these, but you want the heat on pretty high as well with these, just to make sure we get that coloring of that, the outside of those peppers and onions. All right, so those are looking good. The chicken's looking good. And now it's just a matter of time until they are ready to go, really. So we'll give you a close-up of this chicken. You can hear that sizzle, and man, the smell is ridiculous from that marinade. Yeah, let it go at least 8 hours for the marinade. 24 is better. But you can see the char on the fajita toppings as well. Here I checked the internal temp. You can see we've still got a little ways to go. 165, as I said, is the minimum. You can go higher than 165, no problem. These are chicken thighs. They're not really going to dry out. That's why I prefer the thighs. You can see the ones on the inside there are pretty much done or close to it. So really we are going to flip these now for the second time. And you can see they're really starting to get dark on the other side. That is perfect. So when we cube these up, you'll see it'll be a nice mixture of the inside and outside colors of that chicken. And that's exactly what you get at Chipotle. So again, very, very easy dish. But really the only time-consuming thing is the marinade, but that's really just sticking it in a bag and letting it sit overnight. So that's it. The veggies are done. We get them off. We do not want to let those sit there, and because they will just turn into mush after a while. So you just kind of want to get those off. We check the internal on the chicken one more time, and you see I try to be very safe. I go each one and check because I want to make sure every single one of them is at least 165 before I take them off. They will continue to cook, so if they're a couple of degrees less than 165, not the end of the world, but I'd rather them be a little bit over 165 than under. So I take these, which are basically done, move them over to where the heat is off, and then kind of move the bigger pieces towards the center where it's a little warmer, and just let those finish off for literally like another minute. And that's it. I take that same sheet, which was washed, soap and water, and I take the chicken off because we're going to let the chicken rest for about 10 minutes. before we carve into them, because it's just like a steak. The juices kind of flow out. So chicken's off. We let it chill out for a good 10 minutes. Give you a little look at what it looks like right there. Absolutely beautiful. That's exactly what you want it to look like. Great color, still juicy. And that's it. After 10 minutes, we carve these up into basically 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch cubes. Make sure you check out the Misen knives that I use. Link in the description below if you'd like to get your own. Helps out the channel. Goes right to that chicken, man. That chicken is so tender. And after cubing them up, that's what they look like, man. Just like Chipotle. I mean, the taste was incredible. The look was incredible. Super easy. I will give it a taste test. I added in some cheese, some sour cream, some fajita seasoning, and some Paul Newman's black bean and corn salsa, and man, it came out absolutely amazing. Everybody, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and we'll keep on cooking. Big Cat out. Hey guys, before you head out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out our new merchandise as well as our new ebook, Griddling Favorites. Everybody, stay safe and have a great day.